Hey friends, how is it going today? Let me just get a little more centered here. Welcome to Live with Lyssa. This is Lyssa at embellishwatertown.com or embellishwithlyssa.com. If you're ever in Watertown, Wisconsin, I'd love to have you drop by the studio and give you a tour, and maybe you could stay and make a card or two. Wouldn't that be fun? But if you are on one of my online imaginary friends, welcome to today's demonstration. I always go live Wednesdays at noon Central Time, so you can count on that. If you want to follow the Facebook page, it will notify you when I am live if you happen to be on Facebook at that moment. All right, so today's card, absolutely adorable. It is a fancy fold. It does all sorts of fancy things. I'll show you from the side. It lays completely flat, folds up to fit in a regular size envelope, and it's got this cool pop-out panel that you can decorate to your heart's content, and it's a nice big size, so you can use lots of different stamped images on that size to make your card. Isn't it cute? I was really taken with it. I actually got this as a sample in the mail from my friend Lynn, this cute anniversary card. Made with the Country Lace papers. I'm using Country Woods papers today. And it's just so adorable, and I thought, you know what, I can make that. So I sat down and figured it out, and I have all the measurements and everything written out, so you can make it too. Okay, so let's talk about what I used first. I started with crumb cake cardstock, and then if you turn to page 50 and 51 in your Stampin' Up! Catalog, you will see two different country themed papers. There's the Country Woods, which is nothing but wood grains. I absolutely love it. It goes with everything. It has all your basic neutrals plus two different types of blue. Really easy to use. And then there's the Country Lace papers, and those are all eyelet patterned. So cute. There's some denim and our new basic beige color, which I really like. So these two were designed to work together, and they do beautifully. But today I'm just going to use the Country Woods paper and the Country Flowers stamp set and dies. So it's right there on page 50 and 51 in your catalog, which the current catalog looks like this with a big green cover. And if you don't have one, just let me know. Drop me a comment, send me a message with your snail mail address, and I will pop one in the mail to you free of charge. Okay, so let's learn how to make it. All right, so if you're going to follow along, you're going to need a regular size card base, which is half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut in half at the 5.5 inch mark. So the piece that you have is 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, so that's your card base. And then you're going to need 3 pieces that are all the same size. So I'll go ahead and give you those measurements. You're going to need 2 in a patterned paper, and these are all 3 by 5.25. Okay, so they're all the same size, but 2 you need in your pattern, and 1 needs to be a neutral. Okay, and I'll show you where those go. That one's going to go right here, so 3 by 5.25. Right here, 3 by 5.25, and right here, 3 by 5.25. Okay, so 3 pieces, all the same there. I'll add these measurements to the post. How about? Then you're going to need this extra piece that is going to get attached to the front and the back at the same time, and that's what gives us our magic pop-up there in the front. And we'll be scoring this piece, but it starts out as, let me make sure I give you the right amount. It starts out as 5.5 by 3. Okay, 5.5 by 3. So if you are thinking again of that original sheet of 8.5 by 11, you need these 2 pieces, and you'll have this for another card. Okay? All right, so we got these. Then you're going to need 2 little strips that are just under 1 inch by 5.25, and those are going to go on the either side, whichever pattern up you like. They're going to go on your card, this little front flap. And then you need your focal point pieces. So that can be any size, but I just did 2 sizes down from the front panel here. So that would be, what is this, 4 by 2 3/4, and then 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, something like that. That's for your focal point on the front. All right, so there are a lot of pieces to this card, right? There's quite a bit going on here. Can I tell you a secret though really quick? If you're already overwhelmed, you can get this card kit in the mail for free when you place a bonus days order with me during July. Bonus days is a fun promotion from Stampin' Up where they are giving you a $5 coupon for every $50 you spend. Absolutely no limits. So like if you spend $100, you get $10 in coupons. Very fun. And I have decided to make it extra big bonus days. So I am actually doing a free card kit in the mail in addition to your bonus days coupons. So isn't that fun? Yeah, go to my blog for more information. It's embellishwithlyssa.com. And I would love for you to participate in bonus days with me as your demonstrator. So yeah, you could get this whole kit scored and ready to go in the mail for totally free. Yeah, for extra big bonus days. But anyway, if you're more of a DIY gal, that's fine. Let's do it together on the video. Okay, so we're taking our card base and we need to make 3 scores in order to get it to fold here, here, and here. Okay, so we're making a big mountain and a little mountain, if that makes sense. So this will be our big mountain. It's 3 1/4. And then to make our little mountain, we need 6 1/2 and 7 1/2. Okay, so 3 1/4, 6 1/2, and 7 1/2. Did I get the ruler in the video here? There we go. 3 1/4, 6 1/2, 7 1/2. That'll give us our little mountain down here and our big mountain here. Okay. All right. But don't put the scoring, the Simply Scored board away just yet because we need to have our flap be scored at, what did I say? I guess I didn't write that down. Oh my. Okay. Let's measure it just to make sure. I think I know what it is, but I want to make sure so I don't screw up. Yep, it's 1 1/4 inches here. I'll tell you why you know it's this, because we know that the card has to be, in order to fit in a regular envelope, we know that it can't be any taller than 4 1/4 inches this way, right? 5 1/2 is the magic measurement this way, 4 1/4 is the magic measurement this way. So we know that this piece has to be no taller than 4 1/4 and still be long enough to attach to the back of the card. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, that's all the scoring. So we've got our basic card right like that already. And the rest is just decorating. I love it. Love it. So let's do some decorating. So we've got our pattern paper that is 3 inches by 5 1/4. So hard to glue down one pattern on one side, right? Because it's so cute on both sides. I'm using glue, so I have liquid glue, so I have just a moment to be able to adjust that paper when I put it down. So I've got my pattern paper on that large center panel on both the front and the inside. Okay, then we've got our little pattern. I'm going to try it with the blue side up this time, so it'll look a little bit different than the sample. There we go. The glue is like me today, off to a slow start. There we go. One side and then the inside. I love that this card has so many panels that you can decorate. It's just a really good way to show off all your cute paper. add a lot of color and interest to that card. All right, and then our white is going to go in here. It's actually vanilla I'm using. I liked it a little bit better than stark white for this one. That'll be where we write. And then let's add our mechanism on the top here. So we've got our full 4 1/4 length with this little flap that comes down over here. And the cool thing about this is you can put it in the center. You can put it off to the left. You can shorten the width of it if you want it to be really tall and narrow. You can cut this piece shorter. It's pretty versatile. So let's see, for the sample, I had it off to the right, and I added some cool die cut leaves over here. They almost look like lace, don't they? It's kind of pretty over there to fill up this empty area. But let's try, just for something different, let's try putting this dead center so that it has about an equal margin on both sides, and then we can put our die cut leaves on both sides just to see how that looks. We're going out on a limb here. All right, so the first thing we want to do is make sure that this bottom edge is secured to the bottom, those front little flaps, the little mountain of the card. And it needs to be nice and flat, so I'll butt it up against the glass mat here so it's perfectly flat and smooth, and add my adhesive. Eyeballing it to center there. So it should be, let's see how well I eyeballed, right? It should be 1 1/4 on both sides. If I did it right. I did it. I got pretty centered there. Maybe my coffee is kicking in finally. Okay, so the bottom is attached to the little mountain, and then the top mountain, you need to fold the card completely closed, so it's totally closed. Fold that flap over and attach. It just fits the back here, okay? So I'm just going to put a little glue right there. A little too much glue. That's okay. These things happen, right? You wouldn't be stamping with Lyssa if you didn't have glue everywhere and ink on every finger of both hands. All right, so that's already dried and attached to the back of the card. Cool, huh? Did you ever think it would be that easy to make such a fancy looking card? Love it. All right, let's make our focal point. And again, the rest is just decorating. So if you've got the idea, go ahead, run off to your craft room, go play, right? But we are going to go ahead and finish this card together today because I like stamping with you. All right, I've got my bucket, and again, all the images and stamps I'm using are from the Country Flowers stamp set, which is available right now from Stampin' Up. It has a matching die set, so each of these pieces could be, oh, I stamped my bucket up a little too high, didn't I? Oh, well, it's okay. Each of these pieces could be stamped and die cut out, like the bucket and the flowers, and there's a little stool and a teapot and all that. So they all could be layered up till your heart's content, right? But they don't have to be either. You can just use them plain too if you just got the stamp set and you don't mind a little bit of hand cutting maybe. Flower market, our buckets from the flower market. All right, and you may have noticed I stamped an extra one on some scratch paper, and that is going to be so that I can cut out a few extra roses to tuck down beside my bucket here. All right, let's see. Let me close the glue before I get into trouble with that. I'm going to color both of these at the same time. And I just absolutely adore yellow and turquoise together, so I'm going to do that color combo again. So I've got Daffodil Delight, light and dark, Stampin' Blends markers. So that's why I was using Memento ink to stamp my images. because I wanted to use these alcohol-based markers, and you got to use a water-based ink for that. No judging my coloring skills here until you have gone live yourself and colored on TV. Then you'll know how nerve-wracking it can be. I'm having a good day with my hands today. They don't hurt. They're not numb. So this is as good as my coloring gets. I don't have the excuse that I usually have that my hands hurt. What are you going to do, though? I mean, the girl's got to craft. My hands need to be able to keep up with me. All right. Oh, I'm such a dork. I didn't need to color all those because all I'm going to do with this piece is cut out those roses. You guys, you should have stopped me. Okay. So Pool Party, Daffodil Delight. I'm coming in here with some soft sea foam, which is our very lightest green. And I'm using the dark soft sea foam. And I do need to color these leaves because I did cut some of them out when I cut my roses out for the bottom. All right, in the bucket, I'm going to lay down some light smoky slate and then come back with some dark smoky slate. I should be taking a little more time with this, but I'm not doing it today. And then I'll go back again with some light to kind of blend that dark in. And then if you want, you can go back with the fine tip of the dark and go ahead and continue to add color and shadow. Let's add a little shadow of the whatchamacallit, the handle. Cute. Okay, but before I'm done with this piece, I'm taking the new basic beige color and I'm using a tiny, cute little stamp from Country Flowers. Whoops! Oh dear. Oh good, it didn't stamp. This tiny little stamp from Country Flowers. It's like a little tile, kind of. And I'm going to stamp that in a row across the bottom of my cardstock. Not getting all crazy with the spacing, right? It's just for decoration. And then that piece is ready to go. Ah, cute, cute, cute. We're almost finished. All right. Oh, you can see how it bled through, right? That's a good tip for if you don't have a glass mat yet. They are available from Stampin' Up. Right now. They have not sold out yet, so you could run and grab one. And now I never have to worry about my markers staining my surface, so that's cool. But regardless, if you're using Stampin' Blends alcohol markers, you need to cover your surface with something because it can go right through and stain. Cute. I love this. So I hope you're excited about getting this card kit in the mail. I'm excited about prepping them all and mailing them out. I just love doing that for y'all. And I can't wait to send you this card kit for placing a bonus days order with me in July 2024 at lyssa.stampinup.net. So here, I'll put this on here. And it has to be by July 31st at midnight in order to qualify as a bonus days order. And it has to be at least $50. Or you won't get the bonus days coupon. And that's the whole point, right? Okay, so I'm doing my little bit of hand cutting here, cutting off all those flowers I laboriously colored. Oh, I'm a dork. You guys knew that, right? If you've been here any length of time, you would know. Lyssa's a dork. But she's entertaining, right? Dorks are entertaining. All right. Almost done. And this could be left off, of course, but you know, it's just a little detail. It's just a little pretty. Adding some more texture to the front of our card. Cute. Oh, doesn't that make it fun? So you could go over here, over here. We could pop it up and have, ooh, lots of roses. Do we want bunches of roses? Even more roses? Nah, okay. Good enough. We'll put it down here. Sometimes I get too fancy for my own good. I'm famous for doing that one thing to a card that takes it just a step too far. A step too far. And then, you know, totally ruins it in my opinion, but oh well. Let's put these cute lacy die cuts. Now they're from the matching die cut set for Country Flowers, which I haven't really demonstrated today for you, but like I said, all of these pieces could be die cut out and layered up and popped up on dimensional dots, and could just have a lot of fun with that. But that just takes it over the top, doesn't it? Ah, so pretty. All right. Okay, let's pay attention to the inside a little bit now. So I've got my chosen greeting, which is also from Country Flowers, and it's "So lucky to know you." And I'm gonna pop it off to the side so that there's plenty of room to write over here. And then, just because we're so fancy today, I'm gonna stamp again in basic beige. I'm gonna stamp that little tile. I could do it in each corner, but I'm trying to see what I'm doing here at a weird angle. Just stamp a little row of decorations across the bottom. That's something you can do if you don't want to write a lot in your cards, is stamp across the inside and bottom and top if you want to, and it will shrink the amount of space that you have to fill with your writing. So sometimes I'll do that if I don't have a lot to say beyond the sentiment necessarily. I'm impressed. I'm impressed I made this. This is a cool card. So thanks so much to my friend Lynn for sharing it. Well, how cool is that? I don't know where she gets her ideas, but I get my ideas from her. All right. Whoops. Got a random embellishment jumping ship here. Cute. All right, there's the original. And here is the version we made today. Which one do you like better? Boy, they're both great. I wish I hadn't stamped off on that one. I know my bucket needs to be down a little bit, but pretty cool, huh? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed making that with me today. And again, my Stampin' Up! Ordering site for bonus days and getting this kit for free in the mail is lyssa.stampinup.net. And that's only good in July 2024. And then if you'd like ideas like this, you love videos, you want to see more, embellishwithlyssa.com is my blog. And I post there, ridiculous numbers of times per month. And it's all good. It's all so much fun. And everything's from Stampin' Up! So you know where to get it. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm off to do a whole bunch of errands and try and catch up with my crazy life. So good luck with your errands today, too. Maybe. There we go. There's the finish.